Hello, everybody, and welcome to Empowering Medical Advocates by creating a customized personal health record. So, why create a personal health record for someone that you're responsible for? That's a great question, and probably a fair one to ask considering you just paid for a course, you have no idea what's going on. So, let me tell you a little story. That little girl up on the screen, her name is Zoe. And Zoe is the third of four of my children. And Zoe wasn't always like all the other kids. Her older sister talked and walked really early, and her other older brother is super bright and super smart, and he talked and walked and did everything early. And Zoe didn't. Right? She sat around in her little jumpy, bouncy seat, and she didn't really say much of anything. But she smiled and she played by herself and she let us hug her, and we had no reason to think that maybe something was wrong. I didn't know. And I'm not really the sentimental type, so I wasn't the mom that kind of kept track of first steps or first time a tooth fell out or whether or not her first lock of hair. Um, I'm much more practical. Like, if there were a practical reason that I knew of, then maybe I would have kept track of those pieces of information. But I really didn't know. And then 2 years, 1 month, couple of days after missing a lot of those signs, the developmental milestones that she missed, our daughter was diagnosed with autism. Now, maybe she would have been diagnosed sooner if we would have known what we know now. And maybe she wouldn't, but one will always consider that and think about that. So that story is why I want all of you to consider creating a personal health record for the people in your life that you care for. And so here is an example of the types of things I didn't know that I needed to know, right? Early development is a journey, and there are all kinds of milestones that we didn't hit. She didn't copy sounds or begin to sit without support right away. She never responded to her name. I think she might have been 4 or 5 before that started. She didn't babble with Is and O's. She certainly didn't answer simple questions or use simple hand gestures. And if we would have known, we could have tracked this information and we could have been able to perhaps get ahead of that a little bit sooner than we did. But all is not lost. She's doing very well, just in case anyone's wondering. And I get to help all of you not have to go through what I went through because I'm giving you the information that I didn't have. So, may I ask you a few questions? Good. Can you think of anyone you know that didn't get their mammogram on their 40th birthday? And when they finally did, they ended up having cancer. Then they lost valuable time that was early in the treatment. And they suffered more because they didn't go. I can. Can you think of a friend whose child might have been diagnosed late with autism or some other developmental delay or neurological condition? I can. Can you think of someone who got a 2 a.m. phone call that their parent has fallen or maybe had a stroke? Yeah, I can too. All of these scary situations really cause a lot of us to feel stressed and scared and worried. And I can't even imagine how other people might have felt. I mean, how do you think any of them felt? I know I felt underprepared and overwhelmed, felt a little bit guilty that maybe it was my fault that my mom suffered more because that I didn't get there fast enough after that early morning call, or maybe Zoe would have come around faster and been able to do better if I would have paid more attention. It definitely felt powerless, that I didn't know what to do or what I didn't know or what I needed to know. And I kind of felt scared, like just plain scared. 2 a.m. phone calls scare you. So I asked you those questions, and I'm sure you can relate to some of them. And I bet you can imagine how they did feel. But what if there could be a little bit different of an ending? What if I could help you easily create and maybe manage a personal health record that empowered you in those moments of high stress or unexpected emergencies? What if I could help you feel confident when attending a doctor appointment for someone else you care for? What if I could help you feel prepared in a highly stressful medical emergency? What if I could help you feel confident that your loved one would not be harmed as a result of you not knowing? What if I could help you feel empowered to ask those life-saving questions at the doctor appointments? What if I could help you avoid losing important life-saving information? What if I could help you feel prepared, empowered, and confident when you are being faced with a major medical emergency? Do you think you'd want to know a little bit more? I know I would. So let's get to it. I vowed early on in this journey to help every parent or family caregiver that I interacted with so they could never, ever have to feel as powerless as I felt several times in my journey. I vow in front of my family and friends, I hereby do solemnly swear all of those things, to do my very, very best to never make anyone else ever feel that way. So this is my first step in fulfilling that promise I made to myself and to my family and my friends and my little daughter Zoe and her brothers and sisters, Ava, Max, and Jack. In this course, I will help you get through creating a personal health record for someone you care for. I will help guide you through that process using the chart on the right, a little bit more organized, but we'll start out with an assessment of where you are and what your current preparedness state is. Each module will have a video like this one to help guide you step by step through the process of creating your personal health record for your family member. You should leave this course with a checklist on how to create your own custom personal health record. And if you follow along, you'll already have created a template one on your own. You'll have created templates and you'll get examples that will be provided at the end of each step in the process. And then we'll end by reassessing your new state of preparedness. And hopefully you'll feel much, much more confident that you can make those important decisions. I can't wait to help you on this journey. Zoe can't wait for you to start with us either. So let's get going.